are live, we are live. But to get the people here, give me permission to do this. Here we are, Amy. Here we are. Hello, my beautiful diamond beauties. How are you feeling today? We are just coming live to the Diamond Beauties, and we are going to YouTube. I don't know why this inner power thing I want to give to you today needs to be there as well. But what a surprise! I've got somebody else with me today. It's beautiful Ivy. So Ivy did wrote post a video yesterday. I didn't have the time to look at it, but when I had the time yesterday after my show ended after 11 o'clock South African time, and I wanted to do a few things before going to bed, and I just passed Ivy's video, and I thought, okay, I did give Ivy a heart to say thank you for doing something, posting something, but I don't know what is it. So I went in there, and my beautiful Ivy, what an amazing. You were sitting there and you were chatting out of your heart like there's no tomorrow. And you were saying, what value do you give to people? So tell us a little bit about your video that you posted on the Diamond Beauties yesterday.
Yeah, first, Miss Sanet, thank you for asking me to be on today. This was impromptu, spontaneous, and I was available. I said, let's do it. I have no idea what's going to happen, but let's just do it. And here we are. So thank you. That video yesterday or the other day, whenever I posted it, a lot of times I'll either listen to something or I'm reading something and I'm like, oh, that's good. And honestly, I don't remember. I think I was reading something and it had to do with driving value. And especially in this online space. And of course, the world that we live in is a little crazy, but it's what we focus on, right? It's, you can focus on all of that and you will get more of that. And then you'll have more fear, you'll have more anxiety, you'll have this sense of, oh my gosh, the world is coming to an end and it's doom and gloom, and you'll be right because that's what you're focusing on and that's what you're getting. Or if you focus on the good that's out there and the good that people are putting out, you'll get more of that. And then you'll realize, wow, there's more possibility of goodness happening even for, when we look at ourselves. So here I am and I hear that and I was like, oh, because even for me, honestly, in all transparency, even for me, I sometimes struggle with, you know, giving value. I think that I'm doing okay, but I could definitely do more. But which is very I get in my head. I get in my head and I think to myself, like, okay, am I making a difference? What am I doing? I do. I have these thoughts. But I saw that and it really, and I hear this all the time, and maybe you hear this too. And that is, it's not about you. And so I had to think about it. I said, Ivy, it's not about you. How are you driving value? What are you doing to put more value out there? And I was like, and I know this deep down inside, we know this to be true. I know this, but it still gave me pause. And I'm like, Ivy, you need to get out of your head and just think about the people out there that really need to hear and see the value that's here and not the doom and gloom. And the more that all of us can put something out and take ourselves out of it, although a lot of times I'll put something out to talk to myself, you know? It's kind of like I say that question, and I even said it in the video. I say this to you as I say it to me, because
Mm.
I'm talking to myself. Like, Ivy, how do you drive value? Although I don't say Ivy, I say, how do you drive value? I'm thinking about this. And I'm like, okay, it's time to get to work, you know? And so I still just keep on pouring into my cup. I keep, doing what I need. These are things that I need. And when I fill my cup and I do more for me, I'm able to show up a little bit better, show up a little bit more. And even in those times when I do show up, I show up with the thought that I need this for me. Like, Ivy, you got to do this. And people need this. Like Sanette, what you're doing, people need, like, you had a conversation with someone. And a lot of, especially women, we don't, and I have this too, where we don't have this belief in ourselves, that we don't see the light and the beauty in ourselves. We know it consciously. We know that we're providing value and we're doing good and we're helping others or taking care of the family and all these things. But do we know, like, really, really know the beauty and the value and the light that we have in ourselves? And a lot of times we don't. We need to surround ourselves with people and be involved in a community that speaks that message every single day. Because what happens when you get that drip system, the drip of possibility, the drip of value, eventually you'll get to a point where you start to feel, I I am a light. I okay, I have goodness and I have value and I do give value. And you start to slowly believe in that. And then you start to kind of, there's a different sense of empowerment. And especially as women, we take care of everything and everyone. And then we're still at the same time trying to do our own thing and build. It's hard. It really is hard. And it's those times when we're cooking and cleaning and doing the laundry and taking care of, the family. And then we try to sit and provide value for others. It's kind of like, I need it, and that's where community comes in. That's where we
Mm.
need to focus on the good that people are putting out there to kind of fill us. We're putting out to fill us, and we need that. So I do these videos. I did one this morning because in a couple of days, Thanksgiving is coming. And as much as Thanksgiving is a day, it's a holiday where you're supposed to be grateful for everything you have. I think people get consumed, and that's a lot of commercialism too. People get consumed with the cooking. I got to have the turkey or the ham and all these things, or whatever the food is. Got to cook, got to clean, got to make sure everything is good. And you forget, you know, what the day is really about.
Mm.
And it's to be thankful, not just of, who's coming or what you're doing, but to be thankful for where you are and who you are and the people in your life and what you're doing and how far you've come and all these things. We forget that. But we
Mm.
focus on, oh, the family's going to be here. And Uncle Bob always says something that really gets me angry. And then he gets me so angry that I start to eat more and then I drink more. And then what happens? We do ourselves a disservice. We
Mm.
self-sabotage. They didn't do that to us, is that we don't have the mental tools to say to ourselves, okay, I'm going to, grandma's house or mom's house, and, uncle's going to be there, or whoever, or whatever is going to happen that happens every year. And
Mm.
we have that. So how are you going to prepare for that? You mentally prepare, okay, I know that that's going to happen. It might happen, it might not. So how am I going to handle it differently? How am I going to prepare so that I have an enjoyable occasion and not overeat in a way that's, because of stress and overwhelm, or drink too much where the next day now we feel terrible and all these things. And it's just being aware. And how do you do that? Sure, you could prepare yourself for one day. That's great. But you need that every single day so that when those occasions come up, you're better prepared. And that's where community comes in. Like you, Sanat, you have this wonderful community. You pour into people all the time. That drip system is so helping people. It's so helping people. So yeah.
So thank you so much for this, my beautiful Ivy. So I thought yesterday I written down. So my beautiful diamond beauties, I was bitten by a spider last week, but I didn't know this is gonna be. It was like a whole thing. So on Friday I had to go to the doctor, and I was my it went in my veins and it started to eat my flesh. So I didn't know what is cooking, but I got antibiotics and I've got everything done. And then the thing for me is I got sleep this weekend. I think I didn't sleep for the last 3 days. I never sleep so much, but I'm refreshed. But yesterday I wrote down inner power. And Ivy, you will not know what you have discussed now. I'm going to deal with now. It's like amazing. But I wanted, when I saw Ivy's post, I thought I would love to hear if she could maybe join me today. Because one of the things that I ask myself every day, Sanet, what value are you bringing for you? So, me is first, and then for others. And in the evening, my last thought will be, Sanet, did you leave your sparkle in somebody's heart and memory for the day? In the winter, I will go. In summer, now it's summer with us, I will do an ethic in the air. So my beautiful Ivy and my beautiful diamond beauties, are you ready to hear about inner power? Yes, let us go. So inner power, I wrote it yesterday after 3 p.m. South African time. What is your inner power? Did you ever take the time to think what your inner power means for you? For me, inner power is something I had to connect to. So it was not just there, I had to connect to. I feel into it. And the more I started to feel into it, the more I started to trust myself. The more I started to trust myself, the more I do. The more I do, the more things I accomplish, the more I wanted to do. It's like a beautiful circle of just pure love because your inner power, your inner strength is yours. It's nobody else. It's just yours. I realize that the power that is there for me, I accept it because it's ultimately for me. It's so important that my inner power was for me. It helps me with my breathing. It helps my heart beating. It does a lot of things. It opens my eyes up to miracles around me. Today I saw two people that were very, very down, and I could see they didn't even notice me. And I stopped at one at the pharmacy, and I said to him, "Are you okay, young man?" Yes, he said to me. And I touched his shoulder and I said to him, "It's okay or not to be okay. Just go into your heart and ask God to help you." And he started to cry.
Oh,
And he said to me, "I don't know your name, but you're an angel." I said, "God have just sent me to you to hear me." I mean, that interaction didn't even take
mm,
3 minutes, but it made him smile at the end. And I said to him, "Young man, it's all up to you to have either a beautiful day
yes.
or a miserable day. You decide. The choice is yours." Well, he had most beautiful teeth and he gave me the most beautiful smile and a hug. So I'm truly blessed to be in his vicinity. But if my inner power was not high, I would have just been in my own
Yes.
worries and my own thing. I would not even notice him. So that's the beauty of our inner power. So let me see what I've. There's a little horse there that I've put in the middle of my wedding. A beautiful horse.
You drew that?
No, no, that's one of the
Oh,
stickers from
I
my
was like,
book.
that's good.
So I said here, accepting it with all my heart, then starting to love and honor my inner power with all my heart. Because as soon as I accept my inner power, and my inner power is just for me, I started to love my inner power. And it's almost like I relied on my inner power a lot, because there's sometimes that you don't feel good and you have to rely on your inner power. And then I said, inner power loves us so much. It sustains us. It takes us care of us 24 hours a day. It knows, it have a powerful wisdom. What is good for you and what is not working for you. Above, it connects us with our higher power, to our source love, the God that you pray to, infinity, universe. There, for all the wisdom and knowledge is available to all of us. We just need to tap into that wisdom with all our heart and with all our love. We need to learn to ask once and trust. There's something that came out yesterday with the TV show. Giovanna said, "You when you order a beautiful a hamburger and chips, that's your order. You look at the menu, you give in your order. That's your ask. You give it. You go and sit and wait for your either in a package or to come and deliver at your table. You're not saying there, sitting there, please can I have a burger and chips? Please can I have, please can I have pizza? You don't do that. You ask once and you have trust that the waiter will bring your chips and you'll bring your hamburger. So why not when we do the pray? Why not ask once, God, may I have this and this and this? But you will have to know this is what you want. So your why in your ask must be sorted out. You know, this is your why, and this is why you want to ask God to help you. And then you do your dreaming, my beautiful Ivy. I love to do that. I dream in 3D. I use all my senses, and then if I knew this is what I want, and this is more or less at the end what I want, I will then ask. I will do I call it a love letter to God.
Mm,
Write my dream onto a piece of paper, and I normally burn my paper every month. Full moon, I burn it, let it go, let go, let God, and then I just don't ask again, because I've got so many things on my list. I cannot keep on asking. And when she said yesterday, you trust your waiter to bring you your hamburger, yes, and sometimes you do get a mistake and you can just rectify it there. But sometimes you don't want to change your order, and then the burger is even better than what you have ordered. So that's also another story for another day. So I'm almost finished. We need to learn to ask once and trust with all our heart that is going to be answered by our higher power. Trust and believe is two of my life principles. I trust and believe, like I said. Yes, us as humans, we want everything now. And
yes.
like this being sometimes in God's plan, He's got His own time. He's got His own grand finale. So you have dreamed your beautiful dream in your 3D, like Sanet say, by 3D way. But then God has a plan not to have it on your time, but to have it on His time. And then the grand finale is even more spectacular than you will ever imagine. Just imagine this. God is the conductor of this majestic orchestra. How every instrument have their own set of music, and how you will say, you go flute, you will go drum, you will go cello, but everything combined makes a most beautiful masterpiece.
Yeah.
So one of the things I've learned, my beautiful ladies, I I know what I want, why I want this. I dream what I want. I know what I want. I will look at the action plans. So I will need what resources, who can help me with this. But the how, I leave for God, the conductor. But because He will know who, what instrument, what will come. And I will take the action. I will take the action. And then when the orchestra is finished and the conductor turns around and he will bow down with the orchestra, and all of us is giving this beautiful orchestra a standing ovation. That is the grand scheme of plans. Your inner power have helped you to trust and believe. And now you can say, thank you, my beautiful conductor. Thank you for the beautiful orchestra, for all the instruments, because you have done the why. So, my beautiful Ivy, I wrote this yesterday. I was in my blanket. I was still a bit feverish, and I wrote this for the Diamond Beauties. And can you see why I thought your value piece, your video is going to be excellent for today's session?
Mm, that was beautiful. And a couple of things that I really got from it. One of the things you said when you saw that gentleman in the store and you asked him if he was okay, and everything that transpired after that, it was because, like you said, you tapped into your inner beauty, your inner power. And that's what we all have to do. Because when you do that, you're able to see and give. Because if not, you're just clouded with everything that's going on in the world, and you can't, it's just like a veil, and you can't see what's in front of you. You have to take care of yourself. It's so incredibly important, and it's not selfish. It's
Yeah.
not selfish. And so doing this and the giving value is part of giving yourself value first. Like you say, you pour into you first, and when you do that, you're able to pour into others. And when you do that, it's like the orchestra, and the beautiful music coming together. We all have to work together. It's not easy. And this
Mm.
world makes it very, very difficult. And that's why having community and people who will pour into you on a daily basis with positivity, optimism, possibility, belief, love, trust, and all these things that the outside world is not giving you. The outside world wants you to fear, distrust, um, kind of look at people as if they're the enemy, like everyone is whatever. And it's like, we're all the same. It doesn't matter. Color, religion, we're all the same. Yes, there's bad things happening. Yes. Stuff, the wars that are going on, that is going to continue. However, in our own world, we can do more and be more and give more so that we can be the light and the beacon for others and for ourselves. And that's how we create this beautiful music, one person at a time, one community
Yes.
at a time. And this is what you're doing, Sana, and it's what I want to do. So this is good. We need more of this.
So, my beautiful Ivy, I just wanted you to change one wording. You
Oh,
are
tell
already
me,
doing it. You
tell me.
don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You are already doing it. So, change your wording to I am
Yes,
already doing it. You
yes,
are.
yes,
Not just in the Diamond Beauties, but also in the beautiful other groups that you are. Nikki's group, you even won a beautiful
yes.
award for the way that you are.
I
So,
did.
you are, yes, you are already doing that, my girl. Look
This.
there.
It's
Wow.
called, I don't know if you can see
I
it,
can. It's beautiful. Yo.
the Make It Count. It was what she wanted to do. It was the first award in her community. And it was during her summit called Radiance, which is just for the women. I didn't think, I had no, no inkling that I would even be in the right, like the furthest thing from my mind, because I just show up. I show up. I'm me. But and I said this to her, where I don't really, a teeny bit, where putting myself out there, thinking I'm going to get something. I just do it to do it. But with that being said, you do have to think about what you say and how you say it because you want to affect people in a positive way. So it's kind of like a little bit of a mindset shift for me, not just to show up for, for the sake of showing up, but really to show up with intentionality, really
Yes.
show up with the wherewithal of, okay, someone needs this, the providing value, the giving value, the driving value. Someone needs this time of year, especially here with Thanksgiving. It's very overwhelming for people. It really is. It used to be for me. It used to be for me, knowing that, you know, family's going to come together and there's going to be alcohol. And I remember one year, this was many moons ago, where I said to my mom, I go, Mom, can we have one Thanksgiving without alcohol? Because there was always an argument afterwards, always, because it happens. It stirs up emotions, it stirs up past feelings. It's like, so, and we did, and we had a fantastic time. So it's just, we just have to continue learning, growing, showing up, providing value, understanding and knowing and being intentional with what we want more of. And we want more love. We want more light. We want more positivity and we want more people to believe in themselves. We want more women to believe in their inner power, their inner strength. So I'm not like all that. I'm still working on myself, but I have enough where I can do a little bit more. Someone else has more than me, the skills and stuff, and they do more. I receive from them, and then others receive from me. So we just have to keep on just, you know, doing our thing so that, you know, someone is the violin and someone is the trombone and someone is the cello and all these things. And eventually, wait a second, I'm having more belief. She's having more belief. Oh my God, look at what she's doing in her life. Oh my gosh, she let go of that. Oh my gosh, she's doing this. And now it's a beautiful way of being. And that's the community that we want to do, be, and have. And that's it, is to keep on showing up.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being with me. I love doing our banner yesterday because in that little candle that's almost at the end, almost if the candle is almost out, the candle will still burn. It's like amazing. So I just quickly want to give the ladies out our events for this month, this week, and then we will have a dance together. So give me 1 second, and then we will have the dance. So, my beautiful ladies, I hope you enjoyed this amazing session with me and Ivy. For me, it was just beautiful. For me, it was a miracle come true because all the things God have just put us together today. And like we said, it was impromptu. It was just, and we didn't know what we're going to talk about. I know what I wanted to say, but we didn't know how this show is going to be. So, my beautiful ladies, for me, a bit later on today, I've got that free training on 3 moves to elevate you. I'm going to help you with 3 moves to have your own elevator pitch. Remember, everywhere you need to go, you need your elevator pitch. If you do an article in our beautiful Diamond Moment magazine, your blur, that's what I call it, Ivy, your blur is also your elevator pitch. If you write to any magazine, you have got a blur, and that can only be that
Mhm.
short elevator pitch that you are allowed to put in. So come today. I'm going to give you the training for free. It's easy. Before you leave, the hour is gone. You will have your beautiful elevator pitch. Tomorrow, we're going to have, I think it's 8 o'clock South African time, but you can just check the events tab. I'm going to show you in 5 steps how to create your own YouTube channel. I had shown 3 ladies last month, and 2 of them have done their YouTube channel. Amazing, amazing. So that will be the last free training I will be giving you this month. Next month there will not be any training, no free training, but my beautiful ladies, our play session will not be the 1st of December, the first Monday of December. I am going to visit Sunay in Cape Town. We're gonna have a ball of a time, but I got a beautiful guest. He is coming the second Monday of December. This man is gonna come and blow your socks away. He could not come the first. He could only come the second Monday. Then I thought, okay, Sanet, change our play day to the second Monday for December. And ladies, it's gonna be an hour and a half. Well, after an hour and a half, I'm sure you will ask him if you will stay longer because I was hanging on this gentleman's lips. He was amazing. So I am going to do beautiful artwork to promote him, and it's going to be an amazing session. And then I just want to say, our Mrs. Spots, Tracy had her tea party today. Unfortunately, I could not attend. I had to go and go back to the doctor this morning. And then we've got our Mrs. Spots Anjana. She will be on Wednesday. And another tea party is Mrs. Spots Kathy. She's on Friday. And then our beautiful Dar, she's our Sunday Mrs. Spots. She's going to come and do a tea party. Ladies, half an hour. Spend half an hour on in this beautiful session. And the ladies, Saturday session, Ivy, was Giovanna's session. It was mind blowing. We talk about purpose. It was like never thought about the way we were talking about. Never thought, never thought. It was like unbelievable. And because we don't record the sessions, because it's a safe space, you come and tell your story, you come and do your things. I could not even ask it to send it to everybody because we don't do recordings. We're having a safe space for ladies to come and speak. My beautiful ladies, I've got my Soul of a Diamond on Thursday. Beautiful Alice Kirkpatrick will come and tell her story in Soul of a Diamond. Then I've got three beautiful guests. Desiree from the Diamond Beauties and Cindy from the Diamond Beauties will come and tell their stories. And then Sunday, but I have to look at the board, so please excuse me. On Sunday, I will have Renee Ruth and Valerie, also from the group, to come and tell their story. But we're going to talk about self love. So this week it's all about dreaming, and self love is next week's theme. So until next week, Monday, when we do the inspiration again, and I don't know if I will have a guest or what spur of the moment thing will come up. But like I said, I trust my inner power. I trust myself. Whatever value I can give, it will come out. So, my beautiful Ivy, do you have any last words before I ask you to dance with me?
You know, I do. I don't know. You don't celebrate Thanksgiving this week, do you?
We don't normally, but as a family, do because my family is in America for so many years. So we do it's our afternoon, or well, their afternoon, our dinner, and we
Mm.
sit and do WhatsApp. We have a call, and we do it like
Oh,
that. But it's not the same as what you do.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I will say to all the ladies, in any occasion, whether it's a dinner with family or friends, an event that you have to attend, you have to prepare mentally. I mean, we do, you know, especially if it's a business event, of course, you're preparing mentally, but in a different kind of way. How do you want to show up so that you leave there knowing that you drove value? It's a different way of thinking, even for myself. How do I want to show up so that when I leave, I have poured into someone and made someone's day better? Maybe I gave someone a tip or advice on something that really like shifted things for them. And that's part of just showing up for ourselves and understanding that we have it within ourselves, that inner power to do that, to change the trajectory of not just our lives, but people's lives. We truly have to believe that and step into that and pay attention. And you can only do that, like Sanet says, is you have to pour into yourself first. It's not selfish. It's needed. It's necessary so that you can lift the veil and see the beauty and the gifts that are in front of you every single day. So I hope that helps.
I love it. And you know, I love you. I gave you a personal hug on the 8th of January 2022. I will never forget that day. So, my beautiful Ivy, will you have a dance with me?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Never try not to cry. Hmm. Whoever's watching, feel it.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love. From butterflies to eagles, oh, there's magic in that flight. Sprinkle me with fairy dust, watch me take to the sky. Singing, dancing, soaring high
What
above.
fun!